Okay, all right. So let's start, if we like, to prepare by just a little bit of mindfulness of the breath. If this makes you uncomfortable in any way, you don't have to do it. However, if it works for you, give it a try. We could do this standing or seated. And what I'm going to do is to just take a deep breath in, breathing in and raising my hands, palms up. Can you do that? Breathe in, turn the palms over, and gently press down. I often teach with one of my close colleagues, Master John W. Ellis IV of the Ananda Martial Arts and Fitness Academy, and this is an exercise that he does before he then proceeds with his students into more complex movements. So we're going to breathe in, and out. Relax. In and out. In and out. Very good, thank you. We can also practice awareness of the sensation of the breath by doing this. So if you like, place one finger, doesn't matter which one, under your nose. Okay, and then breathe in and out through your nose. And just register what you feel. For most people, breathing in is one sensation, and breathing out, the air that exits from our lungs has been warmed by the body, and so there's often a sensation of warmth and possibly moisture. That's certainly what I experience. That's one way of practicing awareness of the breath. We don't need to use our finger, obviously, just, or if we're breathing in through our mouth because we need to, same thing, just register what the sensations are. There's no right or wrong. As long as we're not hurting anyone or ourselves, there's absolutely no right or wrong. We're simply noticing and observing. We might also become aware of, as we breathe in and out, the sensations of the breath in, it could be in the nose, the throat, the chest, or the belly. Different people experience it in different places. And again, for those who become uncomfortable when they practice breath awareness, that's not a problem. We can also practice awareness of other physical sensations. Thank you. Those are some preliminaries. And now let's begin by finding a posture that is going in the direction of being grounded, centered, as comfortable as possible without leading to sleep. This kind of meditation, we're not doing it when we're sleeping. We do need to be awake and reasonably alert. So find that posture. You can always change it. There's no problem. And if you like, close the eyes gently or keep them open just a little bit to let in some light from the room. If the eyes are open, the gaze is soft and unfocused. And we might take a moment. If we are hearing people, and in the past we have had ASL interpretation, American Sign Language interpretation. I hope we can work our way back to that. So if we're hearing people, you might take a moment to simply become aware in a relaxed fashion, if we're safe enough, and I hope that we all are. We need a reasonably safe place to practice meditation. Take a moment to become aware of sound. We're not listening for anything in particular. We're simply noticing and observing without judgment sound. I hear some kind of faint machine noise, like a drone, going up from my street. My windows aren't open. I hear some kind of faint humming sound. It does help to learn to practice meditation in a reasonably quiet space. However, the purpose of mindfulness meditation is not to shut anything out. It's simply to be aware of it. Once again, safety is our first priority. If you're practicing walking meditation as you walk down the street, do listen for sounds that might signal danger, and do keep your eyes open. However, if we're safe enough, which is a blessing, relax and notice sounds. We might notice that they come and go, that they increase or decrease in volume, in tempo, or stay the same. And we don't have to do anything to start them, to stop them, or to change them. We're simply being aware of what is there in what we might call the soundscape. Again, you'll notice this is different from playing calming music and saying, oh, I'm meditating and listening to my music. That's a different kind of meditation. In mindfulness meditation, we become aware of just what's happening in the present moment without producing anything. We're not trying to produce something in our environment. We're trying to be with what's there. So noticing sounds, and now shifting, and we've already started this, to becoming aware of physical sensations. Everybody these days is embodiment, embodiment, embodiment. In this type of meditation, you cannot practice without a body, and probably in any other. And we're specifically very embodied in this type of meditation because we're becoming aware of physical sensations such as warmth, coolness, tingling, numbness, contraction, expansion, contact, pressure. Movement, stillness, vibration. And you'll notice that there's nothing good or bad intrinsically in these noticings. We're becoming really simple. So we're training. Meditation is called training the mind. We're training the mind to become super simple and notice, warmth, tingling, palm, left hand. So notice where these physical sensations are located in the body. You might like to make just a light mental note. If you have chronic pain or there's just something, part of your body that's in pain, as a beginner, you're invited not to go too deeply into noticing that because it might cause you just a lot of stress. And you might like to lightly place your awareness on some part of the body which feels more pleasant or more neutral. Advanced meditation practitioners will be able to notice and observe any physical sensations. We might notice stronger sensations. There can be stronger and weaker physical sensations. We might notice stronger physical sensations, typically those of what's called contact and pressure. If we're seated, that might be the contact and pressure between our bottom or buttocks and whatever we're seated on. Whether it be a chair, sofa, meditation cushion. I'm experiencing that right now. I'm seated in a kind of a swivel office chair, and I can feel that sense of contact and pressure between my buttocks, and because of gravity, I'm pressing down into that chair seat. So to me, it feels like a kind of nice, solid connection, contact and pressure. We might experience contact and pressure sensations between our feet and whatever our feet are resting on. And we might experience a sensation of very light contact, such as the contact between the upper and lower eyelids, if the eyes are gently closed. I'm doing that right now. I can feel it. Place the hands wherever is comfortable for you. And relax. What are you noticing in terms of physical sensations? And now we're going to take it one step further. As we notice these physical sensations, if we like, we might notice whether we would classify any physical sensation into one of three categories: pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, meaning neither pleasant nor unpleasant. There's no right answer. Again, it's whatever your perception is. This is an exercise in noticing and observing what's true for you right now in this moment. Mindful awareness of physical sensations. In mindfulness, insight, vipassana meditation, the method we're now learning, it is considered that awareness of physical sensations is the foundation of everything. So we can keep returning again and again and again. What's going to happen, unless you're some kind of superhuman being, which I am not, is that we're meditating and we're noticing, tingling, bottom left foot, coolness, coolness, back of neck, contact, pressure, warmth, soles of feet against rug. So we're doing all of this, we're meditating away, and then what usually happens is that many thoughts rise up. That's normal. It's what our brain does. And suddenly, we're not meditating anymore. We're thinking about the past, we're planning for the future, we're in the present but thinking about the dishes we need to wash. No problem. This is normal. The moment of mindfulness is when we notice we're thinking instead of meditating, and we notice, thinking is arising. No problem. We simply return to mindfulness of physical sensations. And we do that again and again. This method of meditation is about realizing how human we are. And of course, most of us experience emotions, what are called feelings. So just as when we find that instead of meditating, we're thinking about things, we can simply say, thinking, and return to mindfulness of physical sensations. The same thing it is with strong emotions. No problem. It's human. We might notice, grief. Grief is arising. Maybe we're going to a child's birthday party tomorrow and we have a special present. Joy is arising. Maybe we wonder, when the heck is this meditation going to be over? Boredom is arising. Boredom. So having named the emotion, So we're respecting it, we're acknowledging it. Again, you know what I'm going to say. We return to mindfulness of physical sensations. I'll end this period of mindfulness meditation in a stationary posture. Most teachers will call it sitting meditation. However, many people really have spinal injuries, chronic fatigue, cannot sit, and that's just not a problem. We can practice in any posture, in stillness and in movement. We'll be covering all of that in this class series. We'll be ending this period of mindfulness meditation in a stationary posture with 3 invitations to the bell of mindfulness. And please practice, if you're a hearing person, practice listening meditation, sound meditation, in other words. And if we do have deaf or hearing impaired folks, they can look at the bell, and the American Sign Language translator will have a signal sign for the bell.